Well, I finally had to pick all of my Chinese radish, or daikon, mainly because they were all starting to bloom, and I was scared that if you let them bloom like most radishes, they turn to wood. So I wanted to make sure I got to use them. I picked them all. Great variety in size, all the way from this bruiser here to this little thing here. All planted the same day in the same spot, but the many sizes. I want to thank Garden Girl 1107, one of my subscribers and commenters, who suggested pickling them. She pickles them with a Japanese Pickle Press. Well, I just bought a Japanese Pickle Press. That's it, sitting over there. I got it on Amazon, $32. And there were instructions. Just one small problem with the instructions. They're all in Japanese, and my Japanese is just a bit on the rusty side. Not a word of English in the instructions. So I have gone on YouTube and looked at other people making pickled daikon, pickled radish, and to me it seems very similar to making sauerkraut, and I do make sauerkraut every fall. So I'm going to give it a try. Right now I'm going to peel the daikon, and I will be back when I'm slicing them. I'm cutting the larger ones in two diagonally so that they'll fit down the tube of the food processor. You get the general idea, I guess. I'll be back when I have them all sliced. Well, I didn't even slice up all of the daikon, but I think I've sliced up more than I need. Anyway, the process from here is quite simple. Put layers of the daikon in the bottom of the pickle press. I'm not going to be doing it in any fancy manner or anything, just cover the bottom with a layer of the sliced up daikon, which is very tasty. I love it just the way it is. I'm anxious to see what the pickle is like. Then over each layer you put just a thin coating of salt. I'm using a kosher pickling salt, non-iodized. I was going to use my sea salt. I just bought sea salt at Costco, got it out, and it's a sea salt that's had iodine added, so I decided not to do that. Anyway, I won't bore you with watching me do this whole thing here. We can come back once I have the pickle press full of pickles. I guess I forgot to mention earlier, this is a 3-liter size pickle press. And I was amazed. All those radishes that I sliced up, they all fit in there. And I've already tested putting the lid on once just to make sure I would make a complete fool of myself here. And that worked. So here goes again. Let's see if I can do it again. Okay. There it is, locked in place, and you tighten turning this screw on the top here. I don't think it needs much tightening, as full as I have it. The spring-mounted lever thing in there will keep the radishes pressed down, and the salt will leach water out of the radishes, and the container will fill with water that's leached out of the radishes, or at least that's what the videos that I watched explained. It's one of the videos that I watched said it can be ready in as short a period of time as 2 days. Well, I will try it in 2 days, see what I think of it. But I'm going to place it in the basement here, my unheated basement, which is cooler than the rest of the house in the summertime anyway, because I don't think fermentation would take place at all in the refrigerator. So I will put them in the basement for a couple of days and come back to you then when we do the first taste test. This is about 12 hours later after I put these down in the basement. I just wanted to show you how much they have shrunk down in the container. I could hardly get the lid on last night. They were so full. And today I don't know, I think they probably reduced in size by about 50%. And they are completely covered with liquid. I've jiggled it around here a bit. Maybe you can see the liquid. Lighting down here in the basement isn't the best, but I just thought I'd add that to the clips here. Another day and a half to go before I test to see whether or not I like the flavor, but I'm amazed at how much shrinkage there was in 12 hours time. Well, it hasn't been quite 48 hours, it's been 36 hours or more, I guess, but I'm anxious to try these to see what they're like. So. Fork out here, I guess. The pressure on them has sort of turned them into a block almost. It's compressed them all together. Give them a try here. Yeah, there is starting to be a nice fermented vegetable flavor. I think I might leave them for at least another day. And it's a little, for my taste, a little too salty. I think next time I ferment any kind of vegetables in this, I'll use a little less salt. And I don't know, prior to serving these, I might rinse them under cold water there. I think I got a little too heavy-handed with the salt. Anyway, that's my Japanese pickle press and its first use. Thank you very much for watching.